This tutorial will outline how to create a homemade desktop image with a bokeh effect using Acorn's shape processor, gradients, and filters. Create a new image in Acorn by going to File, New. Under Preset, choose Monitor Resolution and set the background color to black. To start, click on any shape tool and make sure the fill box is checked and the stroke box is unchecked. Then go to Shape, Process, Generate Shapes. We're going to choose circles. We don't have to worry about the stroke color, but we want to make sure the fill color is white. So we can click on this color wheel. It's already white. We're going to decrease the opacity to around 40%. Now we're going to add another Generate Shapes. And again, we're going to stick with circles. Click on the fill color again, and this time decrease it to around 25%. You can play around with things like the randomness, the count, and the radius to kind of come up with the layout that you like. Next, we're going to add a new layer by clicking on the plus button in the lower left-hand corner of the inspector palette. And we'll use keyboard shortcut G to bring up the gradient tool options. Change the blending mode to overlay and drag out a gradient on your image. Now we're going to go back to our generated shapes and click on the filter button and add a box blur filter. We'll decrease the radius of the blur just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and close the filters window, and we're going to come back and add another layer. Move the layer down so it's just above the black background. Click on the FX, and we're going to go to Generator, Render Clouds. Change the from color to white and the to color to black. And we're going to go ahead and enter some values here. 700 for the scale, 0.14 for the seed, for the power, and 103 for the seed. And we'll go ahead and close this window and decrease the opacity of this layer to 20%. Now you can go back into your shape layer and continue to play around if you want to modify the count, the radius, or the randomness, but we're going to stick with the way things are right now. The next step is to save the image. We'll use keyboard shortcut Command S, and we'll just name this desktop picture. We can right click on the image and choose Use Image as Desktop Picture. Now we'll quit Acorn. And there you go. You've created your very own unique desktop image. And that concludes this tutorial. You can easily create a lot of unique effects using Acorn's shape processor and filters.